Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well and hopefully looking after yourselves and having a great start to the week. We're back on my account for some new champion showcase and something juicy to look at. So currently going through all the rebuilding on my account for Arena and for Live Arena, and I wanted to showcase my new Sungwon build. This Sungwon build is pretty insane for most people. So please bear in mind where you're watching this. This is in-game content and this is in-game gear. I've been playing a game for a very long time. I'm obviously not free to play, and I used to be a massive spender. So my gear is pretty good. And I wanted to show you the best way to build him. We're going to take him into Classic Arena and we're going to show you what he can do, right? I made a video on him a long time ago, but his build is much better now. And this is his permanent build that we're taking him into. Not going to do a damage test or anything like that. We all know he can hit fairly hard. This build is also perfect for Live Arena as well, if you don't have the other option of the build, which we'll go into when we show that. I will drop timestamps down below in his down in below. You can go check the timestamps out if you want to skip about bits and bobs. So we can see here, I did get a new Void Legendary today. I don't know if you guys are opening your Void shots. I know a lot of people are saving. I popped 10 today, broke Mercy. But this event is looking quite expensive, isn't it? So I just went in for the points for this. And that was about it. There's 150 points here, but you can afford to lose up to 250 points in total. I've got all the points so far, so I'm not too fussed about this 150. I think it's pretty scammy, if I'm honest, with this, but you'll see that shard video go live tomorrow for and stuff like that, which you'll see my personal thoughts on stuff like that. But yeah, overall we still should be able to get the 5-star blessings. I do really want a 5-star blessing for her. And stuff like that. So Sungwon, we'll take him into arena. We'll show off his new build. He's hitting fairly hard and still probably one of the best snookers in the game. Pretty OP still, and his passive is basically the cream of the crop, whereas his A2 is insane damage. So yeah, we're up by Platinum Arena and we're gonna have some fun. Okay, so we are in the arena. Right, so we got a couple of teams. We're up in plat, just push us up high enough for the points. We're gonna look for a couple of teams then that we can take on. Now UDK is a bit of a problem because UDK can counter monkey really quite well, so that's something we have to kind of look at here. So yeah, surplus damage, which is pretty good. Now, if it's high resistance, it can screw us, but we can still win this quite fairly easy. We're bringing Rhonda here. We're bringing you in here, and then Lady M. The Lady M is quite useful. Actually, we're bringing Sifu, so we can go double nuke here, and we can counter their monkey with Rhonda, and we should be fast enough to overlap. So we open here. Double nuke is always pretty strong for arena. We're going to do that. Torment could be an issue. You could then actually sheep UDK here, and then potentially go for the surplus damage. Now, when you're doing a surplus damage, you want to aim at someone who has got like is really squishy, right? So like Torment squishy and Armand's squishy, but Armand's a strong affinity, so that's not a good idea to do. Or you try and sheep someone, right? So we don't actually have any accuracy on my build. I don't really recommend building hybrids either. If I'm honest, I don't like hybrid builds. So we're going to go ahead there. Then we're going to come in with this. Armand has gone down. I do really like Lady M as well with like Rhonda and Armads and Sungwon as well. It's a pretty useful team. And then we can do the A2 just to clean up here. The A2, the A3 is quite very useful, hits fairly hard, and does do a strip. So you can see here, 1 minute, pretty fast. We've got 514k damage, which is pretty useful. So let's have a look here. We've got Hedgy Warlords. Okay, so he's quite good against lockouts, generally because his skills are on low cooldown, right? His A1's not bad as well. So all his AoEs are on, sorry, single hits are on 3 turn cooldown. So that's pretty nice, like A2 and A3. And he has 100% revive as well, just in case he does die. So we can go ahead and try Stone Skin. Well, he would have Necrid protecting him from here. And then we can come in with like a bolster, something here, which is quite useful. Actually, there's no point bringing in Armads because Armads will get locked out. Queen would be firing at A1. And then we can try, I suppose we can put in Narcissus as well. Narcissus is in Stone Skin, so he should get protected. We're going to get locked out, so potentially still lose this if he's really lucky with like stripping the Stone Skin, right? So it looks like it's a nuke and Hedgie. And I'm just going to see the A1 here is the only one we can do. So we generally want to try and pick them off if we can, and proc Cycle of Violence to come in with a big boy hit. So I want to get rid of Arb because Arb is the reviver. Now it's a squishy team and stuff like that. He did just get taken out with the block tap the skills from Rentu, but should be able to revive him quite quickly without a issue. Now he gets slept there, so that's Hedgie's actually in days, which is quite a interesting one to see. And then we can revive Monkey. We're bringing right back into this. Surplus. Here we go. Boink. Complete gone. Right? Someone doing his job there. And you gotta really like him with that type. Even if he goes down, he's gonna come back up most of the time. So we have a really useful team here. We have Lockout. We have Armads. We have the Barbarian, really, really good. And then we actually have like 2 strong affinities for our Armads. For our Songwang, right? So we're gonna try and go with something like ally attack for increased attack. So we go double and bring in our Armads. Now our Armads should give us the speed advantage depending on them and how fast they are, and if not, then our Lady M should be able to flip over. Now this Barbarian, super OP. You can see here he's got a bit of Stone Skin, which is something we need to be careful of. So we're going to drop turn meter, and we get sheeped, which is lovely to see, which is a big disadvantage for us. We're going to try and just get a kill there. So we killed A1 with ally attack, and then we will get locked out, unfortunately, from Catrixia. Catrixia is going to do a reset, so we're just going to do that because it will cleanse Armads as well. And then we're just going to flip around a second. Now we could do strip or stun. The stun would be the safe bet to go. And then we can just easily wait. We should have, here we go, so Cycle of Violence procced on the first turn and opened up the A3 because we still should be locked out. Shame wasn't the surplus on A2, but you know, we're lucky to see that. And then we can just do the strip, which will put a weaken out. Gonna go and try to take out Armans. We'll get a stun at least. 119k damage. Lightning Cage on a Alva is a very interesting move. It's weak affinity. So 35k weak affinity, not too shabby. We've definitely wrapped this up anyway, even with the weak hit, so it's not too anything to really worry about here. I could hit auto, but he will just sheep, and that will potentially let him come back into the game. And then we can just do the ally attack and hit auto here. Auto into ally attack. Very useful, right? Very strong team, not too shabby. We have one here which will probably be too slow, if I'm honest. We do have now Narcissus actually made it real hard to use someone most of the time, generally because of turn meter, right? And his A3. His A3 will get a block revive. It's so squishy. It's so squishy, you'll just get a straight up block revive. So sometimes you can use him if he's faster in live arena. It is risky to do because Narcissus is a big counter. You also can do sometimes to Taurus. We've got some really strong teams here. We have Ride or Die. from OC. I've seen him around. Just trying to think. If it's high resist UDK, which I'm pretty sure it will be, then that could be a bit of an issue. Okay, so we've got Chaos Dad. So Sung Wang is quite good against Chaos Dad, which we're going to show here. As long as we don't get sheeped, obviously. So we've got Chaos Dad and Sung Wang. Probably the most two broken champions in the game right now. So we're going to go ahead and do their stun. He might do the cleanse, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get rid of you just because we can. She's going to do her thing, which is fine. We'll just flip around, do strip in a second anyway. So we got Duchess versus Sung Wang. We got no reaction to worry about. We've got increased attack. 383k damage there on my Sung Wang, which is very, very useful. We have flip forms. We're going to try and stun him. He's normally got high resistance, so I shouldn't be able to stun him. Looks like a 3%ed him, actually. And there you are. Right. Ally attack again with an A1. 656k damage, which is very, very impressive. And a very strong team. Then, okay, so what do we have? We have someone that's potentially faster than me. So, and he's got Intempted Chains. Again, someone faster than me. It's basically a straight up speed race between all of these. Tempted Chains here. We might be able to try and beat this team here, depending if Tempted Chains is if it's a problem for me or not. I should really bring in my own Sifi and give this a little whirl. Fingers crossed. We do have the speed aura on our side, so which is quite useful. That's a different story for a different day, though, isn't it? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do the stuns here. Get sheeped. Kind of thought that was coming, in all fairness. So we've got Sung Wang there. We've got Sifi, who will lose her reaction. We could actually go for Georgie, because Georgie will basically lock me out. So what I was trying to do was sheep him there, and we didn't get sheep, which is a bit unfortunate, obviously. The protection set, which is very, very good. Yeah, so we just got a little bit lucky here with the sheep. Always going to be quite okay there with sheep, but obviously not. He's only got low resistance, so it was a bit of a shame not to see the sheep. We could go in and change that a little bit. So we could come in with something like drop you, bring in a fast warlord. Warlord's always nice. Warlords can be quite easy to be countered against Monkey, generally because he's got low cooldowns like we did earlier. So we are faster. We're going to do the lockout, which is very useful. And then we're going to go for Sung Wang for the surplus damage. There goes Georgie, even with the ally protection. We actually broke the stone skin as well, it looks like, as well, because it was in a 6-piece stone skin. And then we just got away, right? So Monkey's coming back up. Now we do have destroyed HP Blessing on 2 of my champions, which will be these 2, which is fantastic and really helps. So 30-second farm on a secondary try there. Was really surprised actually we broke the stone skin with that hit. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix is a interesting champion, right? He's a strong champion overall. This will be interesting to see like the speeds here. Okay, let's bring in Armand again. Will he be faster than me? I don't know. We've got 2 weak affinities as well, which we need to be careful about. Lizardman's fantastic. Champion overall. Oh, it's a full stone skin team. I see what happened here. We're going to go ahead and stone sheep you, which is very useful. So you can see here, protection set on mine, which is very, very nice. We're actually going to go ahead and do the ally attack into Phoenix, because I don't want Phoenix to get go. And then we're going to do you. And then really, it's just a case of dealing with the lizard, because lizard will revive in a second. We can play the stun here for our mans. And okay, so he actually revives, which is pretty good. I don't mind him reviving Lady as much. Still be a problem, like, but it's not flip forms just yet. Get rid of him again. Weak hit on Ahmad's. Do they one save the allied attack? Sheep, which is very useful. So sheep there because of the stone skin, and he will revive. And if we sheep him, it stops him reviving from his passive ability. It's only a single revive, but then we save that ally attack for the spot on where we want him for. So very strong champion, Song Wong. This is generally a way to go. Very fast Song Wong indeed. Have a look for any more champions. I'm more concerned about just being too slow. We got Joker with Song Wong in defense. So this is probably a CC version. I think it's a waste having him as CC. He's such a great nuker. Loads of people having a fully awakened Arbiter these days. And empowered as well, which is really surprising. I don't see her a lot, but these days we're seeing her a lot. Speed is definitely king again. So we got another one here. Potentially we can beat this one. So Siggy, obviously really, really dangerous. It's someone we have to keep an eye out. Generally we'll want to be faster. Masifi's in 9-piece protection, which really helps to protect me like against champions like Lady, from stripping me. Who else? Oh, he's fast. So yeah, so he's gonna get a go. So there's nothing I could do here. He's not gonna do his big ability, surprisingly. Oh, Chaos Dad, that's it. That's what I was gonna say. He's very fast. Someone can be good against Abyss, but it's gonna be Armand that's gonna lock me down here. Armand's is so broken. Armand's was the deal breaker here. Not the mythicals, it was Armand's. So he's really, really fast. I'd have to slap on my fastest speed gear to probably beat him now. I definitely think I'm faster if I slap my fastest gear on. What else could we do? Let's have a look if there's a bit of other teams. Okay, he's pretty strong, but it's not strong enough for what we're looking for. Got 2 more weak affinities here. I think this will make this is the last one, I think. So our man's at the top. Coming through. We're gonna do the big one there. This one here. A1. Sifi. So again, we're for Squishy Champion. The whole team's basically down, right? Very, very, very strong nuker. If used correctly. You can see there we're avoiding the UDKs because UDKs just slow us down. But our mads can definitely do some work. I think we'll make this one the last one because we could maybe potentially sheep UDK. It's definitely might be a high resistance UDK. If there's a high resistance UDK, this is the problem you have to face. So you're gonna do the AoE. We're gonna sheep you this time because our mads is too dangerous, right? So we'll do the ally attack into UDK. We did get rid of the stone skin though, but I've got reaction now, you can see. So we'll go ahead of there. Might be able to nuke. Yeah, we get the kill just there. And it's just Chaos Dads, really. Who will deal with enemy max HP. Being destroyed from the passive. Sorry, from the blessings. Which is very useful. And then it's a case of just waiting for that big AoE to return. We're going to try and take out Chaos Dad, or at least stun him. Shouldn't be able to stun him because he should be built with high resistance. If you're not aware, he should have high resistance, right? Because it makes him more tanky. which is super cool. And you see how tanky he is there. He just took the whole hit from Sungwon without a problem. So his armors nearly went. He has a really nice passive ability as well, stop him being one shot as much. And there we are, clean up with the A3. So let's go ahead and check out his build, and we'll see how good his build is overall. And you guys can let me know down in the comments if you love his build or not. Right, so there's two ways of building him. Personally, myself, for meta right now, you either go 4-piece stone skin and 4-piece savage, which is very useful. Personally, I don't like stone skin on him because he's so squishy. Most of the time, stone skin will break with half a decent built nuka. And I also don't have the stone skin accessories. Or you can go very fast, potentially even faster than my build right now for Gold 4 Live Arena. Now, a lot of people don't take him for Gold 4 Live Arena. A lot of people have better than that. Obviously, there's a lot of Krakens up there and a lot of good players, right? So this is my build. We've got 6,858 attack. I do want to try getting back to 7,000 attack if I can. We've got 284 speed. Again, can be speed lift a bit more, so around about 290 speed. And we're just under 300 critical damage. Now, again, I do want a bit more get to closer to 300 critical damage. These are stats I want and what I generally would ask for my nukas. 100% critical rate, really key. Obviously, if you're not a crit cat, that makes no sense building him whatsoever. Accuracy, super low. I don't want him to be sheeped, so I'm not really interested in his A3 as much. His A3 is nice against nukas, right? Like Georgie, etc. Especially if they're using UDK. So how we built him, we got that accuracy banner, attack banner with speed substats, critical damage with attack, but again, I took this mainly because of Merciless. A Merciless also ignores 35% target defense and gives me a 30% chance of, when I'm dealing damage, to get a cooldown, which will make me better against lockout champions and stuff like that, and to get that A2 round much more consistently. Now, I said throughout the video, it's a cycle of violence, and I generally forgot about the Merciless, if I'm honest. So it was probably the Merciless I was proccing and not that instead. But normally when Merciless procs, you'll see like a refresh symbol above your monkey when it's the reflex ability kicking in. Then we have attack ring with attack substat here. Then we've got speed boots with speed ascended. We're looking for critical rate, critical damage, and attack substat along the top. Really nice chest as a broken piece. So as you can see, Mr. Grimm still uses broken piece to this day to get the stats he wants. We've got speed, critical rate, critical damage, and then again just speed and stuff like that. You can see here we've got quite a bit of speed to come in. We've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, about 4 speed to come through, and it would make him around about 290, 288, which is really impressive gear. And build. Bearing in mind, it's only a level 4 blessing, so I don't have the extra speed yet. Maybe one day we'll get that, but they've got so many champions ahead of him for the 6-star. It's so hard to get the 6-star. Narcissus is just ahead of him, and then Queen's ahead of him. So it's one of them ones. So for masteries, then we're going to come in with Helm Smasher. Then we're going to come in with Cycle of Violence, very important masteries, and Ruthless Ambush, and then Keen Strike. And you should actually come in with Shield Breaker, right? Shield Breaker is probably next best one. These masteries are slightly old, and I'm just being a bit of a tight bum. And another change I'd make here would be Optimus, right? Optimus over Slayer of Wrath and stuff like that. I don't generally check my masteries because I normally take the same. So these are the two changes I'd make for Manuka. Sometimes I do run him in Hydra, so this is why he's got support tree. I would actually go in here and come in for Retribution. Retribution is quite good on him, and that is one thing I would take on his masteries. So there we are. There is my new updated Sungwon team. He's in the 6-piece Merciless. I think he's my second champion now in Merciless, as well as my Sigford, which is very nice to see. Now I'm working on my 3rd set overall as well, looking at accessories and stuff like that to see. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It does really help support the channel. I've been grimreaper. Thank you for watching to the end. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.